Operation Bluestar, conducted in June 1984, was one of the most significant and controversial military operations in post-independence India. Launched by the Indian government under Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, the operation aimed to remove Sikh separatist leader Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale and his armed followers from the Golden Temple complex in Amritsar, Punjab. While the immediate objective was to eliminate the militant threat, the operation had far-reaching political, social, and cultural ramifications, leaving an indelible mark on India's history. The roots of Operation Bluestar lie in the growing political and social unrest in Punjab during the late 1970s and early 1980s. Punjabi Suba movement. Post-independence, Sikhs in Punjab demanded a separate linguistic state, leading to the creation of a truncated Punjab in 1966. However, discontent over economic and religious issues persisted. Anandpur Sahib Resolution, 1973. The Shiromani Akali Dal presented this resolution, demanding greater autonomy for Punjab and the protection of Sikh religious rights. While largely political, it was perceived by some as a separatist agenda. Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale. A charismatic and polarizing figure, Bhindranwale emerged as a leader advocating for Sikh rights and opposing perceived injustices against the community. Over time, his rhetoric became more militant, attracting followers who saw him as a defender of Sikhism against state oppression. By the early 1980s, the Golden Temple complex had become a hub for Bhindranwale and his armed supporters. They fortified the Akal Takht, a key structure within the temple, and stockpiled weapons. This escalation alarmed the government, which feared growing calls for Khalistan, a separate Sikh state. Operation Bluestar was launched from June 1st to June 8, 1984, and was divided into two parts: clearing the Golden Temple of militants and restoring control over other gurdwaras occupied by armed groups across Punjab. The operation was led by Lieutenant General Kuldip Singh Brar, under the overall supervision of General Arun Sridhar Vaidya. Approximately 70,000 troops were mobilized, with heavy artillery and tanks brought in for the operation. June 1 to 5. Initial skirmishes occurred as the Indian Army surrounded the Golden Temple and attempted to minimize collateral damage. Militants resisted fiercely. June 6th. Tanks were used to neutralize the heavily fortified Akal Takht. June 7 to 8th. Remaining pockets of resistance were cleared, and the army regained control of the complex. Official figures estimate around 492 civilian casualties and 83 military personnel killed. Independent reports suggest a much higher toll. The Akal Takht suffered extensive damage, leading to widespread outrage among Sikhs globally. The military action in the holiest shrine of Sikhism deeply hurt the community's sentiments. Many Sikhs perceived the operation as an assault on their religion. Desecration of the Golden Temple exacerbated feelings of alienation and mistrust towards the Indian state. Rather than quelling the separatist movement, Operation Bluestar fueled militancy in Punjab. Bhindranwale became a martyr figure for many Sikhs, further strengthening the Khalistan movement. On October 31, 1984, Indira Gandhi was assassinated by her Sikh bodyguards as an act of revenge for Operation Bluestar. This led to widespread anti-Sikh riots in Delhi and other parts of India, resulting in thousands of deaths. The operation polarized Indian politics. The Congress Party faced backlash in Punjab, while regional parties like the Akali Dal gained traction. Successive governments struggled to address the underlying issues that led to the conflict. The Sikh diaspora, especially in countries like Canada, the UK, and the US, became more vocal about Punjab's issues and the demand for Khalistan. Operation Bluestar remains a point of contention between the Indian state and Sikh organizations worldwide. Many argue that the conflict could have been resolved through negotiations rather than military action. The operation highlighted the challenges of deploying military force in sensitive religious and civilian areas. Operation Bluestar remains one of the most debated events in India's post-independence history. While it achieved its immediate objective of eliminating Bhindranwale and his followers, it also deepened communal divisions and set off a chain of events that reshaped Indian politics and society. Understanding this operation is essential for reflecting on the delicate balance between national security and community sensitivities in a diverse nation like India. Was Operation Bluestar inevitable? Opinions vary. Some believe political negotiations could have avoided the conflict, while others argue that the escalating violence left no alternative. Why was the Golden Temple targeted? Bhindranwale and his armed supporters had fortified themselves within the complex, making it the epicenter of militancy in Punjab. What was the global reaction? Sikh communities worldwide condemned the operation, leading to protests and demands for justice.